Hello class, I wanted to go ahead and run through Math 274, just the layout where all the resources are and everything so they can help you get started. We'll do our normal DQs in LoudCloud. You'll have one on Wednesday, one on Friday. Participation will also be in here. Your weekly homework is going to be outside of LoudCloud. It's going to be in something called My Stat Lab, which is same as my math lab if you've taken like Math 144, those types of things. So let's go ahead and look at the DQ real quick. So under the DQ, you'll find resources to help you get started with the course and answer the DQ. So there's a lot of information in here, especially this first week to help you get going. Participation requirements, will discuss what your participation requirements are for this week or for the course. Some PowerPoint presentations. We do a lot of definitions, so it's nice to have those worked out on the PowerPoint. And then I'll often have little posts here to try something to earn a substantial post. Okay. So if there's a calculation or something like that, you should be using an Excel document to answer them and attach it to your post. If it's just asking about definitions, then you can just type those out like normal. Private forum if you need to message me, question to instructor if you think your question's relevant for the class. Okay, so let's go back to the dashboard here. Okay, so each week you'll have that weekly homework assignment along with your other assignments. In week 3, you're going to also have a midterm exam, and you'll see some post about that. But you will have that weekly homework. Week 5, you have an assignment, a benchmark assignment to do. This will be done outside of my stat lab, and you'll be submitting to the Dropbox. And then homework and your final exam will be in the last week. So a lot of work in my stat lab. That's where a majority of your points for this course are going to come from. So let's look at that. So the first time you access it, you want to go to your path and then go to your course material. And then you'll have a lot of different options in here as well. So I can go through each of these, but the first one you want to start with is My Stat Lab Course Home. So this is going to activate your account and get it set up. When you click on this, it's going to take you into My Stat Lab. Your view will be a little different than mine. So you'll see something like this, and that will activate your account. Now if we go back to your LoudCloud, you can see your grade book for My Stat Lab. This is a good place to review old assignments. So you can go in there and you can see homework questions you've already done, maybe as you're preparing for the midterm or final exam. Okay, this is just sort of a tech support browser check. StatCrunch will be a feature like a calculator that we use almost like Excel. So this will give you more options for it. Multimedia library, let's look at this one. This one's pretty powerful, so you want to be familiar with this one. So this is where all the resources in My Stat Lab are sort of organized for you. So if we pick that we want to check out like chapter 1, see how there's some orientations and getting ready, those types of things. These might be helpful to look through. But introduction, if we look at the first chapter, maybe you're not sure which section you want to look at yet, so we'll just look at them all, and we'll select all the options of resources that we have available. At some point you may identify that you only want a certain resource, and that's when you can just click one. So come down here, this will be all your resources for chapter 1. So you'll find some animations, getting started with StatCrunch. That's probably going to be a pretty popular one to check out. PowerPoints here, video clips. So as you're working through, you may find some options that you need video clips on. You have some other options over here, video lectures, your textbook that you can go into. So there's a lot of options for you to work through. I would take a little time to just get familiar with that. Okay. And let's go to our one of our assignments. So let me crunch this down a little bit. Let's see if I can get to your first assignment here. Sorry. Okay, here we go. So when we click on our first assignment, it's going to take us into your questions here. And you can see there's a lot. The first couple weeks, it's pretty heavy, but you'll find that a lot of them are definitions. So they should go pretty quick. They're not all calculation problems. So let's go ahead and just take a look at one of these just to see what we have. Okay, good. So this one's asking you for some calculations, finding the mean, those types of things, sort of like our DQ that we're working with. So if you click here, this is going to actually take your list of numbers and put them in StatCrunch or put them in Excel, one of those options. And so it's nice to just copy and paste it over for you. Now you have your list in StatCrunch already, and then you'll find that you'll have different options for doing different calculations in here once you get the list in there. So same thing for Excel. Some of you, especially if you took Math 144, you're probably pretty familiar with Excel, so you may choose this option over the StatCrunch until maybe you're forced to do the StatCrunch or something like that. So then your list is in here. You can go through and find the mean, median, mode. These are things, resources you should be taking advantage of, Excel and StatCrunch. So if you're not familiar with them, then YouTube videos are going to be your best friend. Okay. Also, what you're going to have is you're going to have options over here for question help. So here, there's a help me solve this. This will walk you through step by step, sort of building you to the answer. View an example will be a detailed example for you. This one has a video right with it. So that multimedia, that video was over here somewhere for that question, but they put it in the homework for you so you can find it easily. And then you have your textbook. So it'll take you to the section in the book. So this is from section 3.1. So don't worry about the last number. That's just a problem number, but you're looking at the first two to figure out the section. And then there's some options to work through if you want to print them out, those types of things. Okay. That will give you a little rundown of the course. You have unlimited attempts at the homework questions, so just power away at them. Don't be afraid to get something wrong. Review the correct answer to see, oh, you know what, I just made a rounding error because I didn't pay attention to what this said here. But it will take some time. Get in early each week, maybe do 10 questions, and then take a break and come back at another time. And work your way through the assignment each week. The homework will also help you answer the DQs. So again, the earlier you start on the homework, then you can come in maybe on Wednesday and try to answer those DQs. All right, I hope that was helpful. Have a good day.